need for that in society, especially on the Muslim end. It's crucial. It's extremely important to respect the power of cultural rhetoric. And now the rhetoric around Muslims is not even being shaped by us. People are telling people we want to kill them, man. It's not like we have a disease or we stink. No, they want to kill you. I mean, you can't really compromise on that. Well, really, how much? Yeah, and it's continuing. My friend, his wife was in labor for exactly 13 hours. When they finished, blessed with a baby girl, mashallah, the nurse turned to him and said, as she was like washing up, you know, the nurse, "Can I ask you a question? You're a Muslim, right?" So "Why do you want to kill me?" He said, "Now, if I wanted to kill you, over the last 13 hours, I had ample opportunity to kill you." She's like, "That's true." I said, "Then I guess I don't want to kill you." Then she said, "You know, you people need to get out more, man." When I moved into my office in Santa Clara, California, I have a neighbor named Dave and Bob. Dave and Bob, at 3 o'clock every day, the drinking begins. Right? Yes, they're mechanics too. So we had a class for sisters one night. The next day, Dave and Bob came over. Dave was a little inebriated. I have a Mad Dog 2020 there. He came to me, he's like, "I don't like what y'all doing over here." I said, "Hey, come on, have a seat, sit down." I knew he was drunk. I said, "Sit down." He'll grab a seat. His friend came in, and actually I saw his friend before he walked in because he knew it was like a place of, you know, worship. He put his beer can down outside. He didn't want to bring it inside. Like cultural rhetoric of a religious place, even though we're Muslims. Then we started talking. He was like, "You guys want to kill us, and you know what you're up to, and I know there's some crazy stuff going on." I said, "Listen, I'll open up every door in the office. You can walk around and go see everything." He's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, man." So he started walking around, you know, this and that. Then he came back. We started talking. We talked for 15 minutes. And then you know what he did? He said, "I want to apologize to you." I was like, "Why?" He was like, "You know, I had the worst possible ideas about you. And I want to apologize for that." Then we talked some more. And he invited me for a barbecue, of course. And then he told me, he said, "You people, you have a problem. People like me, we're terrified of you, man. We're scared of you." And he said, "You know what you should do?" His friend Dave, he's like, "You should rent a limousine." He was a little drunk. "And write a big sign on it, like what you believe, and just drive down the street." He told me, he was like telling me, "Yani, ukhrija binnas." He said, "Because honestly, we didn't know you're like this. We didn't know, like, you're a white boy, man. We know you can even be Muslim. We didn't think you were part of the club." Right? He said, "Go out." So here, as we finish, because we don't have much time, but we'll finish the last quickly, the principles in this verse. We see how the Quran increases and builds a community, but we have to be invested. Every community, I believe, in America that's of substantial size has to have tafsir every week. You have to. And explanation of hadith. Because this is where we get these understandings of Quran and Sunnah. Not just Quran and Sunnah. No, what do you mean by Quran and Sunnah? Key. Yeah. So the last ones are after having knowledge, basira, knowledge of the religion and knowledge of the people. The second is group work. Ana wa man ittaba'ani, working together in a group. It's easy to be a solo artist, but it's hard to function in a group. The third is spirituality, wa subhanallah. And the last is wama ana min al-mushrikeen, to be away from the evil haram habits of people who are not Muslims. And even in the Muslim community, not to do the haram for dawah, but to stay in the halal. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you. Sorry if I took too much of your time. Jazakumullahu khairan wa shukran. We ask Allah to bless all of us. We ask Allah to forgive our Muslim brothers and sisters who died, who have passed away. We ask Allah to protect the Muslims in Sham. And we ask Allah to protect the people in Egypt and Libya, Kashmir, in the hood in America. We ask Allah to bless the Muslims in America who are struggling. We have a large number of single mothers in the Muslim community. We ask Allah to give them strength and single fathers. We ask Allah to bless those who converted to Islam, to give them a good understanding of religion and to make and guide their parents to Islam and their friends and their family. Ask Allah to bless this wonderful masjid. Keep it solely for the sake of Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.